Hey, how's it going, everyone? Shuirozen here. I hope you're doing so great today. I'm switching things up. I got a little frustrated and embarrassed constantly recording and like talking and having gameplay in the back of my incomplete mod pack, and just all the issues I ran into trying to record of my game constantly crashing. So I'm trying something different. So we're just gonna see how I feel about this, but I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to sit down and talk about basically how as you get older, as you figure things out, as you're exploring new chapters in your life, you will lose people, friends along the way. So what do I mean by that? I mean that as you begin to get older and unlock and explore new chapters in your life, you will have people that come in and out of your life, and you sometimes can't control it. Sometimes it's for the for good, sometimes it's for the bad, some for better or for worse, and those things are out of your control. And ultimately, the reason I started thinking about this was at work. It was one of my coworkers' birthday. I'm not gonna say her age or anything like that. Might make it's not my place. But anyways, she's younger than me, so it was a age that I've already celebrated, something that's come and gone, right? And it really got me thinking about this topic. She was talking about she's at like now one of those ages where she's gonna start exploring and unlocking like a new chapter in her life, and was asking, kind of talking to me about like what it was like for me, and she's like going to school and she's gonna be moving soon or next year and stuff like that, relationship advice for what she's got going on and stuff. And I was like, this is awesome. It's all really good stuff, right? That led me to this topic. So right, you grow up, you move around, maybe, or you don't. For me, for example, right, I was very fortunate to have only moved like cities like once, and it was at a young enough age to where I don't remember it, but I do. But I don't like miss any of the people. Like, I really don't know. I didn't have any friends at the time when I moved. I was able to kind of just like get a fresh start here and not really think twice about the people like I was leaving back home. Awesome. I got very lucky to have had some just amazing childhood friends, some of which I actually still talk to this day. Not gonna name names. They are subscribed. I appreciate you. You know exactly who I'm talking about. I've gotten to work with them, hang out with them, And thinking about that, I remember growing up as I got like older and, finished school. Like, I'm from a small town, right? And, so everybody kind of knows each other, which is awesome. I like it. But it's also bad if you like you don't like somebody, you can't help but not run into them and see them and not have people that don't know who they are, That's besides the point. Anyway, so like I remember like vividly like going through like elementary school, having the same friend group, going through middle school, having the same friend group, getting ready to go into high school, and everybody, like teachers, like just like everyone, like adults, role models and stuff like that, they're gonna be like, yeah, be prepared to make new friends. You're gonna never talk to or see these people again. And I'm like, dude, like the high school's down the street. I have classes with some of my friends, like we're still gonna be friends, right? Why wouldn't we? Like I said, small town, everybody knows each other, everybody, gets along. It's awesome. And then high school rolls around and still got the same friends, make a couple new ones, awesome. Definitely a big believer in always trying to like, make some new friends, expand the friend group, don't be afraid to. That's something I kind of regret and wish I did more of, is try to be more outgoing and make new friends, because, and I'll get to that, but because now I'm at a place in life where I feel like I have friends, and this will be relevant, but it's like friends that I don't get to see very often, and this is all part of the story, right? So let me get there. Go through high school, and I'm just constantly being told by, like, as you're adjusting to high school life and stuff, and meeting so many new people and whatnot. Oh, it's awesome. It's really cool. Then again, that thought of like, oh, like freshman year's coming to an end, sophomore year is where things really change, and you're not going to have these friends you had anymore, right? Friends you made freshman year, they're gone. It's like, for me at least, like I had a small friend group just through growing up, right? But we were all super close. Did I have classes with them? No, a couple, but only one class a semester or something like that, or maybe one for the whole year. Oh gosh, I gotta focus on food right now. Sheeps. Let's make a furnace. So like freshman year comes to an end, right? And then oops, I did that wrong. I got all these teachers, like, freshman year, meeting new people. They're like acquaintances. They're like people you see and you maybe sit next to at lunch when you don't have anywhere else to sit, right? You meet some friends, you maybe do a couple of study groups together your freshman year, right? And this goes for like college too, because it's ultimately the same process, just with probably more people and people that are a little bit older than you, right? Or, from all over the place. College is just a big group of so many different kind of people. Anyways, right? And then like once sophomore year comes, you're like, okay, I met some people, I gotta, 1 year is already done. 1 of 4 years has already come to an end, right? What am I doing? Sophomore year rolls around, and that's kind of where like you start to get like, okay, these are gonna be my friends for high school. I feel like, and it can happen freshman year, but when you're meeting so many new people, and just like experiencing so many, like that first chapter of like a new book, it's so many people are coming and going at this stage in life, right? Doing sports, you're trying different things, you're meeting a bunch of different people, you're trying maybe some like new classes and interests, stuff like that. It's just inevitable that like these people are gonna probably just bounce out of your life. They're just temporaries, right? Sophomore year, you're like, okay, this is like, I want to do this next year, these classes, or try this that I didn't get to do my freshman year. And that's, I feel like, where like the true friendships and bonds start to develop. I remember by the end of my freshman year, I had pretty much solidified like my friend group for high school. That's just because of like the stuff my interests and whatnot. And yeah, it is true. I did not fall out of touch with some of my old friends, but like life happened, started, driving and doing different things, developing different interests than some of my other friends had. So it wasn't, I wasn't still being friends with them or I stopped being friends with them. They weren't in my, my daily day-to-day life, right? I remember sophomore year just still being pretty close to them, always hanging out. Then, junior year rolls around, right? Start working, got a job. And definitely where like life just got the best of me, and I kind of stopped having that free time to see the friends that weren't involved in my day-to-day life, And like, dude, that's okay. Like, I'm learning, I'm trying to figure this stuff out too. And then college rolls around, right? Move to a whole new state. I have nobody here that I know. That's okay. Gonna make some new friends. Like I said, repeat freshman year. Gonna be around so many new people, so many new things. I gotta play the game a little bit. I gotta get this bed going. Luckily, there's some sheep around. Come here, llama. So freshman year college rolls around, and that's where you're like, dude, I'm like trying to pick where my life is supposed to go right now, like a major, like what do I want to have a career in? It is a lot. And you're like, college is like where you kind of go to like try a bunch of new things and stuff. You get like roommates for the first time, and you're just trying to feel those people out, you know. And what I always heard growing up was like, college is like where you meet your friends for life. I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't true for me, right? So I just flash back to like, okay, I'm still talking about college, right? And I got this friend that just had her birthday, my coworker. And I'm like, okay, so like looking back on what I've done, being through what she's been through, yeah, just as you get older, those you start college, right? And your high school friends don't fade away. They're still there. But a lot of times you're going to different schools. I wish I went to the same school as my friends. All of my friends that I went to high school with, all went to different schools, and two of them went to the same school. But out of the whole friend group, we were just all in different places. But every like, you know, time we had a break, Thanksgiving, Christmas break, summer break, you know, like we were back together. That was awesome. And then once like you keep meeting new friends, making, you know, new acquaintances in college, trying new things and stuff, eventually like you stop trying new things and your time at college comes to an end, and you're left with these people you know in college. But a lot of times, like for me, like I moved back to my home state. I left those people I had met and didn't look back at them. I still text them every now and then, but I don't see them. I haven't gone back to where they are, and I don't plan on it. So you got that going on, right? And then you finish college and you're, you know, probably trying to reconnect with your old high school friends now that, you know, you've all completed college. You're all hopefully maybe back in the same place, right? Some are successful at it, some are not. I was very lucky to have a friend group to where most of us ended up moving back home, and I do get to see them. Now we all are, you know, like working full time, got a full plate, you know. I think one of them like moved to a whole nother state. So I haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, dude, that's just kind of what happens. Like you go through high school, you make really awesome friends, hopefully, right? I know making friends is harder for some people, but like I said, I'm explaining all this to my friend who just had a birthday, and you know she's looking for advice, and so these, you know, you're gonna go through, you're gonna kind of disconnect from your high school friends for a little bit. You're going to reconnect with some college friends, but you're going to end up moving in, you know, their situation, it sounds like. And what's that all look like coming back? For me, I mean, it doesn't feel like I don't have any friends, but I don't have friends that I see on a day-to-day basis, which is fine. It's always quality over quantity. And it's hard. Like I miss them, you know? One of my probably like closest friends, I don't see them very often, maybe once every weekend. He's still finishing school, and so proud of him. Like I said, shout out to you. You know who you are, my man. Subscriber. And it's just a challenge, you know. Like I said, you're gonna be bouncing in and out of people that are experiencing this same feeling as you, and it's best to connect with them, right? It's good to have people around that are going through the same stuff that you are. And this whole talk about like just having friends and stuff, becoming like, I made a new friend with somebody that I work with that has no one. He doesn't have friends. He doesn't have like people he can go to when he's having a hard time. And I think he's going through it right now. And like nobody like that I work with, everybody's so close with each other. Nobody wants to be his friend. And I kind of want to make a video on this, but, you know, it makes me so sad. And I know making friends isn't easy for everyone. I was not good at it. Like I said, I got very lucky basically making my friends as such a young kid, like first day of school. never having to really work at making a new friend up until I got to high school, and those friends kind of just like were constantly around me, so I got just very, very lucky into not having to really, again, make friends throughout all of high school, or if I did, it was through another friend. I like vandalized this place, dude. Holy. And like that's okay. Like but as I got to college, that's where it hit me that I was like I did not do a good job making friends. And I wasn't like when I first started college, I was like, dude, like college is expensive. I'm paying all this money. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to like get my degree and go. Like this is costing me a lot of money. And I had, scholarships, whatever. That's not the point, Like I'm here, like I'm on a mission. I've got an objective, and I wish like I could tell 18-year-old me to like slow your roll. Take a breath. This is like looking back to where I am right now, at my age, being out of school. Looking back and like, man, I wish I was back in high school again, doing all of these things all over again. I wouldn't change anything, just so I could go back and relive the moments, enjoy it while because it's gone. Does that sound sad? Does that make me sound sad? I'm not even that old, but you know what I'm saying? But and then like I would do the whole college thing over again and wish I made more friends. I had roommates and stuff, just not that I didn't get along with them, but they're like I said, those are just the temporaries, they're the placeholders until you meet and connect with those real friends that you actually make a connection with and stay close with, out of everybody in my friend group that I would say, all of them are still friends with their childhood friends and high school friends. And only one of them is still friends with like the friends they made in college. But they're the outlier in what they were doing. School they went to, the kind of people they were around. And they kind of dropped us as friends. I saw her a couple weeks ago. And just like, I didn't know how to talk to them. Yeah, so this was just kind of like, not like a little rant. Hopefully, like this was meant to be advice, right? On how you just keep opening new chapters and exploring of new books and, exploring what, exploring life as you're, growing older. Like as you get older, like, you unlock new maps, like these cool new features, all this cool stuff. And then like, oh yeah, eventually you hit like a certain age and I think it might kind of slow down. I feel like I'm at that point right now. But that's besides the point. You're just gonna ultimately, you're gonna see friends come and go. And like as you're going through it, like in high school, I wasn't thinking about this stuff. Going into college, I wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, dude, like my friends, I'm gonna still see my friends on break. They're still gonna be here on break too, coming home to see family. I'm lucky. All my friends are really big on family. I'm big on family, so that makes me feel really good. It's good to find people that not have the same interests or likes as you. Like that's always really good, so you can all hang out doing something you all enjoy. But I think the same kind of morals, right? Same moral compass. I think that's what is important, because I've had friends, or like quote unquote friends, maybe acquaintances, maybe those placeholders, where I was like, oh dude, like I have these same interests, like we're in the same boat right now. But their moral compass was like just totally different than mine, and I was like, I can't just be around you. I don't need that in my life. You want to attract people that represent everything good that you want and feel about life. And you'll, just the only way you figure that out is by meeting new people and, giving them a trial. Honestly, that's how it is. It's like dating. You try them out, go on a couple of dates, hang out a few times, talk to them, text them, figure out what they're like. And if, they're not compatible with like your life or the things like you have going on in your life, if they're going to weigh you down and make your life harder, then you don't want them in your life. It's hard. I know. This is a dope spot. Maybe we should settle down here. I don't know. This is really pretty. I like it. And I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it's like plain and simple. It's really not. But it's a challenge. It's a journey. It's a page turner for sure, for sure. And the best part is everybody's story is going to be different, right? They're going to all be adding, their own different take on it and stuff. But I wish I had maybe just an idea of what I was going to be going through, because like I look back, um, being around like the team I'm on and being the person everybody kind of comes to for advice, based on like my experiences and stuff. It's really awesome. And I constantly find myself looking back on like what I've been through, and I was like, I do this, like don't do what I did. I want the best for you, and I know you're capable of being able to do what I didn't do, what I couldn't do. Yeah, just enjoy while you can, and prove people wrong. That's what I did. As I got older, like you're gonna lose these friends. They're not gonna hang out. You're gonna develop separate paths. It's absolutely true. That's the only way to grow. And I encourage it, but there are paths that lead back so you all can be together again. That's the part they don't tell you. So don't get scared. Right? Enjoy the journey. That's what it's for. And it's okay to look back and feel sad and miss those memories and stuff. But that's how you know they were good. If you're missing something, man, it was really good. I saw something the other day. It was like, like dealing with like losing, people as you get older. You might experience like unfortunately, I hope not, but like people passing away. Like I had a childhood best friend pass away in high school. Am I looking back some days? I'm like, man, I miss this guy. Like I wonder what he would be up to right now. I was like, yeah, we'd still be friends. And you can get sad, but I was like, no, like it makes me happy because I miss him. Like I know we had some really good times together, and I know like our friendship was real, and he was such a good guy because I miss him. You only miss the people that you really cared about, you really loved, and stuff like that. Um, yeah, just a little tip. That's another good video to talk about. But I got that from Andrew Garfield, the actor, who he just lost his mom. He was talking about how it's okay to miss somebody because it actually knows that he loved her, and he had a lot of really good memories with her. And I thought that about my friend, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. But I think I'm gonna call it here. See what happens. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here, for listening, for watching. I hope this helps. I'm just trying to talk about, give advice to the people that maybe don't have it, maybe could use it, maybe have been where I've been or are about to be where I have been. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you later.